Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So my name is Piers. I invest in service accommodation business. I've been helping many clients through my sourcing and consulting in service accommodation business, and have got an online program where I show step by step all the processes of how to secure your unit and how to run your service accommodation successfully. So I'll leave the link down below, so please do go and check it out as well. I hope everyone's keeping safe with everything going around the world. I can only wish people to stay safe, stay healthy, keep learning. I provide so much knowledge in my channel, so please, if you can, give this channel a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and you will go through a lot of good content, especially like today. Welcome to this free YouTube training. I've got 10 apps that I'm going to share with you today that I personally use myself, has helped me really well, and some are little kind of app that you never think, but actually it really is going to help you in your journey of service accommodation. So let's keep watching, and I will today share you some of my top 10 apps that I personally use apart from the standard Rightmove and Zoopla. You'd be excited to see what I've shared today on those 10 apps, and I'll give you some of the features of how I've been using it personally and how it's helped me in my service accommodation business, so you guys can implement this as well. So so welcome to this free training. I'm going to show you my screen right now. So this is a training where I'm going to show you 10 apps for service accommodation business owner, and today I'm going to cover 10 apps, their features, and how it's it has been useful to me, and how you can actually utilize it as well, apart from the standard sales app, which is the Rightmove and Zoopla, but I will kind of mention it at a later date about it as well. And yeah, there's a little gift at the end of the video, so please keep watching this video. What I would do is, if you could just maybe every time you're watching this video, stop it, download the app on the phone, and then keep going again, because by the end of this free training, what we want to do is we want to achieve that you've got all this app in one little folder if you're using iPhone or Android, and that could be your essay folder in your mobile, so you can just literally go back in there and check and start using those apps as well. So I'm going to share you my first screen, which is my first app. I've now got my first app as Ringo, or Pay by Phone. I think there's another app as well. I use Ringo as well. I use Pay by Phone as well. It's actually a car park app, and the amount of time it saved me either getting late to an appointment because I don't have a coin in my pocket and I've reached there just about in time, or secondly, I would about to miss my viewing and get fined, which is even worse, because not only you've turned out late, you want to rush because you want to go and view that property regardless, because you probably travel an hour, 2 hour, whatever, and then at the end you've come back with a massive fine of £35, or let's call it times by however many viewings you're going to do, and you've kind of missed this opportunity. For myself, I view properties every day, so that was very important that I have this app handy with myself. And you know what, it has really helped me, and yeah, I've never got a fine after this. So quite a nice little app, definitely useful, definitely out of the box, but it's been very useful and cost saving for myself. Now I'm going to talk to you about my second app that I use quite a lot, quite useful, to be fair, actually very useful, and it's actually called CamScanner, as you can see from the screen. It's actually a scanning document that you can use your phones, and literally you can take it as a picture, but it will actually convert it as a PDF file. So a perfect example is you've got an agent send you a paperwork, you've got to print it, sign it off, but then I do not like to just then take a picture of it and send it. I'd rather actually scan it properly, have a PDF file, and actually professionally send it back to the letting agent. And do you know what, it actually is free, and it's cost me nothing to have a scanner right handy with my in my phone. So quite a useful app. I've always used it, exchanging documents, especially signed docs. I make sure that I scan it rather than taking pictures and send it to them, and yeah, it's helped really well, so highly recommend. My number 3 favorite app in this free training is probably one of the most used app, to be honest, on your service accommodation business, is Pulse, which is your back-end services app for your booking.com. So booking.com has got its own normal app, but also they've got a host app which is called Pulse. So if you type in Pulse in app stores, you'll see it, but you can see the sign on the screen as well. And yeah, that is a very useful app. You need to download it if you're a service accommodation owner. Yes, it is quite handy to be on your laptop all the time, but to get you notification, to do a quick check on your accommodations and apartments, you need to have this app nice and handy, and it is very, very useful. So number 4 app is going to be Airbnb app. So Airbnb has its normal app, which is just when you use it as a guest. But also, if you look at the option there, they also have a option to change it to host, which is, again, that's what you're going to use. I mean, I personally use it for both, because if I travel, last year I used Airbnb everywhere I went. So I've been a host myself, and I've turned around and been a guest as well. And the beauty is, obviously, when you're traveling around different part of the world, you get to see how other people are running service accommodation business. So great app, Airbnb app, which is to either do your due diligence, or when you host, you also have that handy with yourself as well. App number 5 is going to be Canva. So in my training I did last week, which was Airbnb versus you, which is the service accommodation owner, it was a free training I gave to service accommodation owners, because as we probably know, at the moment all our calendars are blocked due to the current circumstances. So what I did was literally about a 50 minutes free training, and in that video I mentioned Canva as a free, I've shown how to use Canva as well. So Canva is basically a marketing kind of editing software. You can have it on your phone, you can have it on your computer as well. Canva, free to use. They have got an upgraded version. I've got the upgraded version myself, but what you can do is really think about branding of your company. So when you're looking to make sure you've got collage pictures, or you want to add logos to your photos, Canva is probably the simplest way to use it, and it's got everything you need for kind of free stuff on marketing as well. So if you want to create a leaflet, if you want to create a PDF for your guests, you can all have that designed in Canva. So great app. I would highly recommend you to use it as well. So in this free training, we now move on to our number 6 app, which is, as you can see from the screen, is Phonto, which is another marketing app, is a designing app. It's really simple to use. I have used it probably thousands of times throughout my businesses, and very simple. It's got best features of putting pictures together, putting some word in the pictures. All my client case studies, I make sure I use Phonto because it's nice and handy on my phone. So when I'm just not doing anything, I'm sat down on my phone, I'll quickly go into the app and start making some design for my business. Now, for your service accommodation business, if you want to post something on your social media, or if you want to take your client's review, put it into Phonto, put a picture of your, like, an apartment, and then upload it on social media to let people know that you've got an amazing review. So I'll highly again recommend you download this app. It's very simple to use. If you give it a try for 4 or 5 normal designs, you'll get hold of it as well, and you understand how Phonto is going to work. So great, another app. Please make sure you download it. Well, this app is probably going to be something I've kind of shared about it quite a lot through my social media, but as you can see from the screen, it's actually Google My Business. Now, I've done several things on Google My Business. I've actually done a free PDF last year in 2019. It was downloaded by over 300 people on how to register your apartment in Google My Business. I followed up by, I did a client case study last week as well. Some of my clients have been getting incredible results. So how I say and how I kind of show people why it's so important to register in Google My Business is the fact that you, in the next few years, when you're in the business of service accommodation, you want to become a market leader in that place. So Google My Business is just literally a back-end app. So once you've registered your apartment, you could actually check your views. You can see how many people has actually clicked in your listing. Is it going to be through map, or is it looking through your just listing in general, or images? It also says who views direction to the apartment. It also says how many people has called you or how many people has visited your website. It's a great app. I actually use it every day. And yeah, I'd highly recommend you download Google My Business. Number 8 app is going to be MailChimp. Now, MailChimp is pretty much free. You can get the upgraded version, but MailChimp allows you to capture emails for your clients. So if you create a nice little landing page to say thank you and send them that link, what happens, you can use it through automated email anyway, but send MailChimp's link off your landing page, you can start collecting information about your clients. And i.e., when times like this, you could, if you've got a good email base of 200, 300, thousands of emails, what you can do is you can retarget them and say you're offering a discounted rate at the moment, and very, very nice and easy, simple app to use. You can see how many people signed up to your mailing list. So great little tool. I'll highly, highly recommend you use it. As exciting as this video is getting, I know, so far we've gone through nearly 8 apps. I'm sure, some of those apps you've come across before, some you probably haven't, so please make sure you're downloading it, creating that essay folder and putting all this together. So, if you haven't started Serviced Accommodation Business, great, you can have that handy, ready to go. Or if you're running Serviced Accommodation Business, I hope some of the apps I've mentioned will help you scale your business as well. So now let's move on to app number 9. As you can see from my screen, it's called DialOutCode. Now, this app it's quite debating because obviously, yes, you will pay when you use them, but it's saved me, thousands of pounds of either cancellations or problems from clients. So a perfect example is I've got an apartment close to an airport and I get visitors from all over the world. And sometimes, even though you email them, follow-up email, automation email, they completely forget to touch base yourself. And then when they arrive, they're in panic mode because A, they haven't followed our instruction, B, they don't know where they're going, and C, it is all going to fall back to yourself because you've got to deal with it anyway. So what I tend to do is with my visitors from abroad, DialOutCode is a app where you can pretty much, they charge you per minute or depending on the country, but you can call any country in the world and in a highly discounted rate. So if you call directly from your mobile, obviously I'm sure you all have invested in a business mobile, but you are going to pay a hefty, kind of fee per minute. But if you use DialOutCode, they generally vary from, somewhere 5p to maybe 10, 11p per minute. And you know what? I think I've found that I've then given client a better experience, even though, I'm calling from UK to, I've called US, Italy, I've called many places, Australia, and I'm telling them, hey, it's this, look, we need to follow up an email. It could be a minute call, but what you're doing is you're effectively giving them a better service. And not only that, your clients are going to enjoy their stay and your service as well. So very, very important app for myself. I've used it a lot of time and it's saved me a lot of pain. We've now come to the end of the video, and this is going to be my last app that I'm going to recommend. Now, this is going to depend on, as you can see from the screen, it is going to be your channel manager app. So whatever channel manager you have, if they've got an app, please make sure you download it so you're on top of your diary, you're on top of your pricing. So great, again, a must have app is your channel manager app if they've got one, and it gives you a control of your calendars, your bookings. That is my number 10 app that an SA owner should have. As we know that, that's the standard operational kind of mixture of sales, designing, marketing app that I've mentioned today. But not to forget that I'm sure there's people out there who's about to start service accommodation journey. And as you can see from my screen, I have, some of the apps that I've not mentioned because I think they're quite, normal anyway. It is the Rightmove, which is, again, you can find properties there. Zoopla, you can see all the sales and letting properties in the UK. Gumtree, quite a nice and simple app. There are properties out there, even for sale in Gumtree, so great app to download. Facebook Marketplace, but I think if you download Facebook, then you'll have a marketplace anyway. And then OpenRent. I don't think OpenRent's got an app, but you can have a mobile version ready and you can save it as an app, kind of through your iPhone, so you can do that. So I haven't mentioned that because I pretty much any service accommodation owners, or mostly property investing investors, have got this apps ready and handy and started using already. If you've enjoyed this video, please give this channel a subscribe. Listen, I upload every other day at the moment. I'm helping as many service accommodation owners through all this video I'm doing, but also I wanted to give a shout out to my mentor. I created something very, very special because he mentioned something on a call, which I'm going to leave a link down below. So there is a mentor's gift from myself just for the next 7 days. I think we're running on day 3 at the moment, so we've got 4 more days left. If you're looking to start your service accommodation business, or if you're looking to scale your service accommodation business, I would highly recommend you check this link. It's got much more detail in there for you. Well guys, that's my 10 apps that I've shared with you, but listen, if you've got any other apps that you've used and has helped you in your service accommodation business, please comment down below, and it will help myself. It'll also help other people in the journey of service accommodation as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a massive like, subscribe to my channel, and I hope I'm going to see you guys again soon. Thank you for watching.